Hello, hello, hey, sweet people. It is Foster from Inglês no Cru. I am still suffering from some sort of weird injury, so my voice is not 100%. I have to breathe very slowly. So, Alexia, let's take it away.
So, last episode, I said bear with me.
You said bear with us.
Yes, with us.
Yeah, I wanted to comment on that, but I did not want to take away from your beautiful intro.
So, was it correct?
Yeah, bear with us.
Yes. And I want you to explain what this means because...
Aguenta aí, gente.
Exatamente. I learned that
Fácil.
on Instagram.
You learned that on Instagram?
Yeah.
After more than 4 years with me?
What can I do? Instagram is a way of learning as well.
Not my way, but that's cool.
So, today we are continuing talking about motivation.
Yes. So yesterday on the show, we talked, at least I tried to talk about through some stabbing pains in my chest, the confluence, the combination of motivation, discipline, and some sort of circumstances or situations. And that is the magic formula for success in language learning. So
Yes.
Motivation is not enough. You need a combination of discipline, routine, and good situations, right?
Yes, right. So you always say here and talk to all your students about my English learning, how I learn English and everything like that. But today...
I never make comments about your English on the show.
No. Really? Never? Okay. So today I want to talk about your Portuguese process of learning.
Cool. Yeah.
Yes.
Sure.
Yes. So, Foster, why did you start?
What's up? Why did I start learning Portuguese?
Yeah.
I started as part of my master's program that I was doing a master's technically in international business, kind of international relations. And part of the program, you had to learn another language. And with this part of the program, it was supposed to be a language that you did not previously know. And I already spoke Spanish at this time in my life. This was maybe 7 years ago now. And one of the options was to learn Portuguese to spend a year in Rio de Janeiro. And I said, that sounds cool.
Yeah. So
That's it.
your motivation at that moment was just to travel to Brazil and go to Rio and spend time there?
Kind of. So I have a confession to make live on air.
Do I know?
Inglês no Rádio confessionals.
Oh my God.
No, it's not that deep. You definitely probably know this. So when people ask me, how long did it take you to learn Portuguese? Normally I say 4 months. And people are like, whoa, you must be awesome at languages.
Which you are.
Which I am. And I'm special, and you're not. That's why I'm on the microphone, and that's not true. No one is awesome. Some people are good with languages, but that's not the thing here right now. So, in reality, it took me more or less 4 months to learn Portuguese to a conversational level, more or less the way that I speak Portuguese now. Nowadays, I speak it much more in a much more refined way, perhaps, but I was speaking confidently in 4 months. But what I don't tell people about that situation, so first, before I went to Brazil, for like 6 weeks, I was taking intensive Portuguese classes in the United States. And my teacher was actually a Spanish teacher. And this was the first time that he taught Portuguese. He really didn't know what he was doing. But we had classes every day. I was with other people. And they were all traveling to Brazil in 6 weeks as well. So we were all super motivated. So during class, I was really paying attention. At night, I was always watching Brazilian movies. I had no idea what they were saying. I was listening to Brazilian music all of the time. And then I arrived in Rio, still really had no idea what people were saying. But then it was the perfect combination of I was super motivated. I knew I was going to spend 1 year in Rio. I had to learn how to talk to people. I was very disciplined because I was still taking classes in Rio at PUC, and I had classes every day. And then after classes, I was on the streets talking to people every day. PUCiano.
Filho da PUC.
And then finally, the situation was perfect because I really didn't have any place to hide. I didn't have many English-speaking friends. So it was the perfect combination. It's that secret sauce.
So if you had to turn the secret sauce in adjectives or ways of describing it, it would be motivation plus necessity and discipline.
Yeah, more or less. That's what I think the 3 keys are that we're kind of getting to. And if I think about my own story, I think another way of describing motivation is an extended or a long period of interest. So I was really interested in Brazil and the idea of living in Brazil. Then I was really, really interested in Brazilian music and film. And very quickly, I recognize Alexia's pointing to herself. That was much later in the story.
I know.
But very quickly, I realized, okay, this is not like a 1 month thing that I'm just like really hyped about. It's very much like this is going to be a long-term interest. Alexia's going to sneeze.
Para de
Sai,
fazer
espirro.
isso. Coisa estranha. Ai, this is horrible. Okay.
You ready? Yeah, so motivation is long-term interest is what I was saying.
Yeah, because when I compare my story with learning English when you were learning Portuguese, it's completely different. First of all, I wasn't...
Hey.
What?
We're going to talk about your story tomorrow.
1 second.
Okay,
we are talking about it tomorrow, so I won't do it right now. I didn't know that.
Okay, you asked about my 3 parts of of my story. I was still on part 1. Meu Deus.
Okay, so what's part 2?
You said motivation, necessity, and situation or something like that.
No, discipline.
Yeah, I would say motivation, discipline, and situation. So number 1, super motivated because I recognized I was going to love Brazil, Brazilian cultures, and Portuguese for a long, long time. Long-term motivation.
And you wouldn't think about Portugal at all, right? Only Brazil.
Yeah, at that point in my life, I was traveling to Brazil. I was in Brazil. I was thinking about Brazil.
Yeah.
And number 2, I was very disciplined because on one hand, I was in a graduate program that was quite competitive and I was not very good at the business part. So I knew that, okay, everyone's going to know I'm an idiot unless I really am good at the language part. So I focused on that. I was very disciplined and was studying all the time. Number 3, I was in Brazil. So the situation kind of, necessity is how do we say that in English?
The key.
Yeah, but we say something like necessity breeds innovation.
I have no idea.
Or something like that. I can't remember.
But you had a cool roommate, Pablo, that would teach you like all the slang and how to talk informal and formal sometimes.
Yeah, my first roommate is super, super
chill,
bro. Carioca. Carioca da gema. So I think when I met Alexia, I was speaking essentially an imitated version of Pablo. Like, e aí, cara, está foda, sabe? I can't do it right now. I can't laugh because of the pain in my chest, but yeah.
Yeah. Because we always talk about the importance of talking to native speakers. Sorry.
Mm-hmm.
And you had a lot of that in Rio when you were taking classes and going to PUC and not spending that much time with your American friends, right? Because you stayed longer than they did.
Yeah. I was pretty much convinced that I needed to speak as much as possible. I was really, really into the sounds and the music, which naturally evolved into Sound School. And a big reason that we're talking about motivation is this was maybe somewhat by accident, but also now that we are seeing it more and more with our students in Sound School, we are really trying to create this triple combination of motivation, discipline, and situation that really helps you learn a language effectively. We're trying to create that in a course.
Mm-hmm.
And I think the motivation aspect of working with you and me and seeing your improvement over time and making progress, the discipline of having lessons every day, and then the situation of learning a completely new way to learn English by focusing on the sounds and investing money and time in a course. That's a really powerful combination that I think is a good combination for success.
Yes,
However
it is.
you define success.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
Yeah. So do you have any words of wisdom or things that you would like to say to our students in terms of advice?
Well, I have another testimonial from another student of ours.
Another testimonial from Orkuchi. Can I give you a quick correction?
Uh-huh.
When you say the word another, I'm hearing another.
I knew it.
Another. Yeah.
Yeah. So, Vanessa.
Brother from a different mother. It's a good schwa phrase to practice.
Yeah.
Brother from a different mother.
We are not getting into that right now, please.
All right, cool.
Okay, so Vanessa, our student, we were exchanging emails and then the last email that she sent me, she said,
Hey, Vanessa, can I say one thing really quick?
Uh-huh.
I'm a little bit confused why all our students send you these super sweet messages. Is that because I'm intimidating and like mean as a teacher?
No, because I always tell them to send me emails and then I'll send you because you get very confused with all the emails as you don't deal very well.
Yeah, I don't really respond to emails or text messages. True. Cool.
Okay, don't get jealous.
I'm not jealous.
They love you as well.
Okay, what's up, Vanessa? What'd she say?
So, Vanessa said, acabei de ser parada no aeroporto de Natal por uma senhora americana pedindo informação.
Alexia knows that situation.
Oh, yeah. Consegui entender claramente e respondi direitinho e ainda ajudei ela. Aí ela botou uma smiley face. Próximo. Parece bobo, mas fiquei tão feliz. Há um tempo atrás ia travar e não conseguiria falar nada. Escutar vocês fazer o curso tem sido muito motivador. Tem me feito gostar de novo do inglês e ter vontade de aprender mais e mais. Só tenho que perder a vergonha e a insegurança de começar a falar com nativos pelo Cambly. Feliz, feliz. Obrigada!
That's awesome.
Yeah. Yeah, well, she was talking about Cambly here because all the students from Sound School, they have 50% off with Cambly. And I was talking about it with her because she was asking me what she could do to improve much more her English. And that's it. So she already did a very, very cool thing that it's having that surprise moment that an American person stops you and asks for information.
Yeah.
And then you have to do it. Like, you can't look at this person and say, no. If you know English, you just do it.
I think it's funny and not funny, but very curious and interesting that a lot of these messages we receive from our students saying like, thank you, everything's going so well, I'm so happy. We only receive those messages after they have these weird situations where they meet someone speaking in English and they recognize, holy shit, all of this work and stuff I've been doing, it's really paying off.
It's the realization moment. And that's so much important. I think that's
so important.
So important. I think that's the most important part of everything.
It's the aha moment, the epiphany.
Okay.
Do you know that word?
Aha, no, but epiphany, of course.
The aha, like, aha, that's the brilliant idea, the light bulb moment. You know, the light bulb goes on. Yeah. We need to think of a better way to describe that because that's a very important moment.
And talking about me and I think Foster as well, I think this is the realization moment for us as well. Like, okay, we are doing a pretty good job with the students, and they are really improving, and we are so happy about it because it makes all our days much better. It makes Foster comes here during a pain moment and record episodes for you guys, and that's it. I think that's nothing better as a good feedback, even the worst feedbacks as well. Like, it makes you grow, but this kind of feedback is amazing. So thank you guys. Thank you, our students. Thanks, everyone.
Yeah, thank you very much. I am very motivated to record this podcast every day, but I promise it's not just because I like sitting in front of a microphone talking about random stuff. It's because of stories like Vanessa's, comments like Paula's, and just really seeing that there is actually some transformational change that we are creating in people's lives. It's beautiful. Anyway, I need to go lay down on the bed, so we will talk to you guys tomorrow.
Bye.
Ciao, ciao.